All right. All right. All right. All right. We're here. We do have table number 50 for round number 1. We've got the starter deck battle. It's going to be Ace versus Luffy. Both decks do want to go second, I find. So Ace being able to go second is pretty good. And look at both these players making sure that they're playing the optimal version of these leaders, playing the alt arts. Good to see. Good to see. All right, we do find a 2-drop with our Garp here. And then we're going to play a 2-drop Luffy of our own. And they're just going to pass it right back. All right, another Garp. Get another search. So both these leaders, again, are the new ones from the new set. They have some interesting mechanics. And let me get those set up for you guys. All right, so first we'll probably go over the Ace one real quick because that one's a little bit less common. So for 2 Dawn, you get to look at the top 5 cards of your deck, and if you can put a 5 cost, specifically a 5 cost on a 5 or less, just a 5 cost, and put it into your life face up, and then also has the effect of end of turn, you have to get rid of all of your face up life. So generally how you use this guy is that you put something in there, and then you use it, either you use the card that you add for like a resource, for like something that says, you know, lose a life. You can flip it, you can manipulate it. That's kind of the idea for it. But unfortunately, Ace, in my experience, is a little bit tricky to do optimally. But we're going to do the effect right now. We're going to look at top 5 with the leader. If we find a Luffy in there, we get to immediately play it off the 2-drop there, which looks like we did find a 2-drop Luffy, which is really nice. Wrong Ace. I mean, what? You need the alt art? That's the right Ace, right? Unless you want the older one. No, this is the right Ace, surely. I'm all by myself right now, so I'm double cautious that I'm not making any mistakes. But yeah, we were able to use the 2-drop Luffy there to play the 5-drop that we played off of life. Using the 2-drop Luffy effect, it does mean we're also a 7k leader until the end of our opponent's turn. And also having this 5-drop Luffy established is really nice for us because it means that we get to, you know, if we whiff with something, we don't, with like our life, if we don't have the card to go with it, we get a free card draw, which is really nice. But we're going to keep them at 4 life for the other Luffy, which makes sense, because we want to make it so that they have to take cards from their own life. But oh man, we got that 5-drop Sabo dropping down. Man, that card is so good. It's so good. It's the reason that the Black Yellow Luffy, I think, sees a lot of play, because that card is so strong when you get to play it for free. A blocker that can't be KO'd, that also gives our leader plus 2 KF played off the effect. Yeah, very fantastic. Very fantastic. Yeah, there he is. There he is. All right. Looks like we're just going to hard play another Luffy and just pass. So we just want to, we know that the Zardek 10 Luffy doesn't have like a lot of removal. Kind of a weird stalemate between these two. All right. Looks like we're going to start doing some attacking. So 3 Dawn onto the Garp to go 5k. We're going to take it pretty quick. No triggers off of life, which is honestly, even though that all these Star Deck 13's decks are yellow, there's not that many like triggers that you can expect from this based on how the decks are set up, which is kind of cool that it's that kind of direction for this deck. So, two 5Ks and a 6K. We got a 2K Satori out of hand, and we're gonna pass right back. So first, unfortunately, it looks like Aandroidd is just not seeing one of the pieces that they're needing. Are it's really tricky to be at 4 life with this deck, but you do kind of lose out on some resources. We're going to use our leader ace effect again, look at top 5, see what we get. Alright. Again, if we find a 5-drop, one of the Sabo, Ace, or Luffy's, and we have the corresponding 2-drop in hand, we can make ourselves a 7K leader. Yeah, it looks like... Alright, that looks like the Yamato from the starter deck. I believe it is, at least. So that means that we could use our leader, or one of our Luffy's effects, to put it to the trash to draw a card. Or we can use the Sabo effect, which is going to be pretty good. So we will be able to, use that as a card to... that's like the good thing about Ace, is that you get to put cards into your life, even if you don't have like the 2-drop to go into the 5-drop. Being able to activate our effects that make us lose life for a trade-off is great. Only issue is that 2 Dawn underneath Ace is a little bit expensive at times, but at least you get to become a 7K leader and then do these effects. So Sabo able to get rid of the other Sabo there because the protection had worn off. Cleared the board, and we're just passing back. Alright, so we use Hiyori's effect. We get to take a card from our life, put one to the top. Oh, I wonder if we're going to hit a Sabo. Oh, look at that. So lucky. Man, Hiyori has been such a strong card for us in this meta for any of these decks. All right, and we've got special guest Brian with us. How you doing, Brian?
Hello. I don't know where you are.
I'm right here.
Listen here.
I'm trying to.
Now I know where you are. What did I miss?
We're playing Ace versus Luffy. Both star decks ended up being paired up to each other. So far our Sabo player has been trying to build a board and go wide and not using resources to, give Luffy 0 life so they can start using their effects.
Yeah, that's actually something I've been noticing, at least going against Luffy, which, he gets a little bit better, probably a lot better in OPO 7 and as well as EBO 1, where there's a lot more ways to get down to 0 life, because, theoretically you could just start the Luffy if you have enough attacks, even take him down to 1. But I think that's what the plan is here. Just
we're playing Kaido. We are the greediest man alive.
This is a sick card especially against this matchup, because you're just preparing for the time that they're going to be at 0 life and start doing crazy stuff.
Yeah, and so far, I mean, it's working. We have a super wide board. Luffy's gonna have to hit themselves 3 times if they want to get out. We're hard playing a Shirahoshi. We can draw cards too, just don't pay attention to the discard part. But yeah,
not as good. Unfortunately.
Not as good.
But that's all right. I mean, yeah. Shirahoshi's a pretty good ad for sure. Getting the top 5 event card is pretty good. Kind of just what is that? Draw 1 +1, and now Still a +1, but we're drawing cards. We're trying to do the same.
I think you'll find we are still card neutral in everything we've done this.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, Kaido's still it's stellar +3.
Yeah.
Also, notice it's a 12k, which means you don't really care if you have a 9k leader on the other side.
No, and that's why a lot of Luffy players should probably be leading on these Sabos, but you can only play Sabos only so much, and you only have so many of them, so it's a little tough. And I think this is probably going to be the turn that we start swinging. At the very least, we can start swinging at the or with the Kaido, because what is he going to do? He's just going to take the one and then not get rid of it. It looks like we're tapping down 4 Dawn. I don't know what that would be for. Could be anything. Could be a whatchamacallit, Charlotte. Yep. Charlotte.
Oh man, pudding.
Or pudding. Sorry.
Yeah, that's
which is literally the most annoying card after you draw 3 cards. Not only that we got literally what we wanted with our event card, but we also filtered out 2 bad cards from our Shirahoshi. And now we're getting punished for existing. This is I don't think people talking about it enough, but Charlotte pudding, which you can kind of play around it. You can probably play like 5, 6, or have 5 or 6 cards in your hand at all times, but I don't think people talking about it enough how feels bad that card is.
Yeah, it's really tempting in this leader because it's a what is it? Big Mom Pirates, right? So you could find it off something like Espira. So I've done a little bit of testing of like the idea of a Big Mom Pirates version of this leader is super tempting, but I don't know if it's there quite yet.
I'll do it.
Okay, cool. All right, takes the pressure off me.
It's the only leader that I didn't cover, and I just couldn't find the right build for it. It just didn't feel right.
No, I can. I mean, I look at the analytics on my side, and it is mostly comments like, "It gets better later. Don't worry about it." Like,
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Like,
when you're already that low in the in the pool, I hope it is. I hope it does. Yeah, I think out of all 3 brothers, Ace is the coolest. I think Ace is the coolest because the color combination is interesting. And his leader effect is not too bad.
I think he has like the most flexibility with deck building, but specifically like the card pool for yellow and blue Luffy, Sabos, and Aces, at least right now, is pretty poor compared to the other colors.
Yeah, I could see that. Which one's your favorite?
Oh, sorry. Sabo's my favorite, I think. Also, we're not playing. Let me.
What's up?
We're playing Star Deck Ace. My
yeah,
bad.
You put Sakazuki.
Yeah. I had to set up everything. And Star Deck 12, almost. Star Deck 13. My bad. It is Star Deck 13 Luffy. My bad.
Get it together.
I'm trying very, very hard.
Well,
I always say this will be the last time that I stream leading up to an event because it's tough to just make sure everyone's checked in and figured out. But then I'm like, I can do it again. It'll be fine. There won't be any mental damage from me.
Yeah, you've been live for 4 hours already, it looks like. So
yeah, don't worry about it.
I don't think that's like the move. Maybe like an hour. Maybe 6 an hour. Surprised you swing with the Luffy here. Or the Luffys, I guess. Because like I said, there's like literally no way to get rid of that Kaido. So that's a free swing. And if he wants to put Dawn underneath.
Hey, I might have missed it. Yeah? Did he use Perona's effect to look top 5 and then put Satori there?
Satori where?
Into life. Hey, give me a second.
He just did it backwards. He just didn't add the Dawn.
Yeah.
There. You could, completely legal play. You can do the
yeah.
Perona,
So
you have to put the Dawn first.
Real quick, I talked to both players. Angela, also the homie, because this is like the first week of this being legal. Both are tricky. The sequencing could have been there. I'm still going to give Devin a warning for it, just because of the sequencing for it. But it would be a simple rewind for that. It would just be 1 drop Perona, put 2 underneath our Ace, then use the effect. So
yeah. Why don't you remind people what Ace does?
Yeah.
Unless you did it already.
I did, but I'll do it one more time because it is.
Okay.
You put 2 Dawn underneath it, and you put a 5-drop that you find off the top of your 5 face up into your life. So, obviously, the play I think Devin is trying to do is play 1-drop Perona. Look at top 5. If there's any 2-cost, boys in there, you can figure out which one you'd want to put in there, or you can help you plan your plays. Obviously, I think it's a little bit better earlier game, but there it is.
Yeah.
But also, real quick, we will go over the. Do you want to go over the Luffy effect? Well, he's playing solitaire with it, real quick.
Basically, what it says is that if you're at 0 life, you can put 2 Dawn. Oh, I hear echo. If you're at 0 life, you can put 2 Dawn underneath, and then you can place either from your hand or from the drop a 5-cost card into your life. Twice or up to 2. And these little 2-cost guys can play them from your life. So this ace, 2-cost ace, just played this 5-cost ace, which has rush if you have 2 or less, and then I'm sure he has another Monkey D. Luffy, a 2 cost to play this other 5k or 5 cost, and you get 2k per 2 cost. I said that right?
Yeah, but looks like we're gonna just try to go in on this when we're attacking with their Sabo. Yeah.
Which is very possible. Like, you can definitely do this, especially if you have another 2k, which, I mean, if you have another 2k, you may as well do it. You may as well, or 2 costs, you may as well do it.
Yeah, it looks like Angelos. Okay. Yeah, I think we're like, you know what? We're not going to survive this next turn. We're going to go 7, and then we're going to be able to go 10. 2 Dawn underneath Luffy, 2k from the 2-drop ace, and then that 5th, that one more.
Yeah, and this doesn't look great. This is going to be a 9k swing, right?
Yeah, this is gonna be 9k.
Oh,
and
that's not enough, right?
That is not enough. No, with another Kaido in there.
Wow.
All right,
we got there.
Yeah,
that ace is so good. That ace is just so good. There's no other way to say it, man.
All right. We are here with table number 21, round number 2. It's going to be Yamato versus Sakazuki.
Very cool.
Thank you, Brian.
No, I wanted to see Yamato.
You literally said we should do this one.
I did. I did. It's just my natural response to you, I think. My bad.
It's okay. I'll forgive you because my natural response to you is to forgive.
That's a lie. That's a straight lie. Don't lie to these people. I think I just wanted to watch Yamato. They're quick matches. So it's interesting to see how people navigate against their leader effect as well. And sometimes the Yamato player can just blow up.
I think like Yamato Sakazuki is like one of your. I hate doing this now. People play. Actually, it's a terrible matchup. It's Yamato's worst match. No, I find that it was pretty obtainable. You have answers to their blockers. You have ways like the 5-7 ace being a 7k rush halfway through the match is really impactful. Now with Star Deck 13 out. So, and it's really easy to get, 4-life leaders are what Yamato really likes to play against too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see that. And I hate to mention it again, but EBO1 makes her even cooler. I don't know if you've seen the I'm a Samurai or whatever build that is.
I've heard about it. Yeah.
Yeah, you give me my Samurai build. I played against that a few times, and it's mad annoying.
Oh, sign me up then.
Yeah, it's really cool. I can't wait to build it. I think in Star Trek 13, yeah, that rush ace is such a good addition. Obviously, we want to beat our opponent's face down, and Sakazuki is a little susceptible to that, early game, and Yamato can just put a bunch of Dawn and not really have a care in the world because they don't have to rely on character cards on board. As soon as Sakazuki starts swinging, those triggers are going to go off, and we might see a bunch of cool stuff. And this 8k swing is definitely proving my point.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even want to play anything in Sakazuki because they can just Hound Blaze it away pretty easy. You're at 2 life now, so Yamato gets their effect online. And if you hit any Kiko Nojos, or if you play like an Om Holy, or anything like that, you get all this free advantage starting to pile up for Yamato as well.
Yeah, those triggers, and if you're playing the Skyline stuff, like you're saying, it's always good. Usually the backfire, the crackback here for Sakazuki is the Borsalino, because you know, Borsalino is just going to be a really good option for Sakazuki, as you know, if you get multiple ones. Ooh, we don't have one. Never mind. There's a Borsalino.
Oh, okay. You found him.
Wait a second.
I mean, you're getting cards on
Yeah,
board. Don't get me wrong. But if your opponent says 10k at lead, how are you going to feel about that next turn?
I mean, that still is kind of a bummer. And this 7k swing might just run into a trigger. I think we just happily take this one. No big deal on Yamato's end.
Yeah, I mean, if we have Kiko Nojo off there, we play it, and we might just win the game.
Always a Kiko Nojo. Asking about his trash? Question mark. Not sure what's going on there. Maybe his leader effect hasn't used. Oh, he has used his leader effect though. I might do a little snooping.
I think they're just making sure. Yeah, I think they did the. Oh, okay, Sanji. Okay, you might have lost the game.
You think so? I don't know about that.
If you have 200 million volts, and you're just going to pressure him down with a 11k, and then have a 7k Sanji attack afterwards, that generally is pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, this is definitely gonna rip the hand, right? Like either way, you're gonna go down to 1 or go down to 0.
Yeah.
I really just don't see either not happening. And it's still funny because like we're just sitting here, and Yamato, all he's really doing is just swinging with their leader.
Yeah.
Oh, and we're only swinging 6 here, which is interesting.
Yeah, Sokka does have a pretty large hand, and I mean we were out at 2k as well, so now we're 2ks.
I was gonna say, like, what's more important though? Like, I would say a 10k swing double attack is more important. Like, we can work through the hand later in the game, but right now, while they're vulnerable, that's what you need to focus on, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because like this Neko or the Sanji can easily be removed.
Both at the same time while building your own board.
Correct. So Rob Lucci, Amaru, or not Amaru, freaking, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you know
I mean, Rebecca into Hina and then Hound Blazing, one of them, and then attacking into the Sanji could be pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a plethora of ways. You know, we're not at the optimal done amount to do everything that we're trying to do, or to remove this board, but I mean, we're definitely gonna remove something. I think there's a place or a way that we can reduce the Neko, go into Hound Blaze, put on the leader, swing into the Sanji, and just clear the board. But we also just need to decide if not playing blockers, or at least like some sort of defense as Sakazuki, is going to be worth it, because we still are going to be pretty susceptible to this leader swing, even being at 1. I think the Hina's coming down. Get a Hina the Neko, if I had to take a guess. Maybe Hound Blaze brand new? Hard to say. Yeah, Hound Blaze with the brand new. So brand new is going to be a 6, and we're going to swing double 6 to Sanji, I think.
Yeah, and that's going to be enough.
I may have been putting on the leader to swing 9.
Yeah, if we had dice, we would know.
That doesn't exist here.
On the Sakazuki side now.
Well,
man, they got a Pokemon playmat though. They love playing dice on in Pokemon. They can't get enough.
I need a source check on that one. Because, you know.
All right. Well, here's the kind of the general board for Sakazuki. Oh, okay. 7-drop Lin.
Pretty spicy card, right? Like, and I don't like to use that word too often anymore, but I think we're just gonna get the life here.
I believe that's right. Going down to 0 life means that Hody Jones is terrifying every turn for the rest of the game. It means you can't really block her up. You do have a pretty wide hand because of all the damage you've taken already.
Yeah, that's only going to stay there so much, or so long. I mean, the thing about 7-drop Linlin here is that sure, you probably will get a life, and sure, that might be a body, but like Sakazuki is always going to focus on removing your stuff, and Linlin's like not that hard to remove as Sakazuki, especially it's just one target. So that's what I was saying before. Like I feel like the curve for Yamato is just keep swinging until they're at 0, and then like Cody Jones. Like what are they really gonna do? I mean, especially if you're gonna do that over and over again.
Yeah, and yeah, the big thing too is that like if you have Hina Houndblaze with leader effect, will get rid of the Linlin pretty cleanly, and still have your pressure. But giving my Yamato player one more card that they could be playing off life or get the advantage is pretty scary.
Yeah. What else is scary is that we're now on 8 Dawn, so Gekamori can easily get a get something out of the trash here, which we do have in Himepo, and as well as yeah, I guess we can play Rob Lucci if we really wanted to. We're just not gonna be able to remove this Linlin, so I guess we can wait one more turn to remove the Linlin if we don't have any intention to do so. These 5k swings sound like we're going to play a Gecko. Looks like we're going to play a Gecko, but I don't know.
I'm surprised we're not just taking them, because if we hit something off life, I think we just like that just makes it that exponentially harder for Sakazuki to not lose next turn.
Yeah, I mean, those are the two things that I think in this matchup. Which, hey, I could be wrong. You know, I'm no pro, but you know, bringing down Sakazuki to 0 and taking the I wouldn't say, because these are 5k swings, so like the thought or idea probably is like, you know, these are easy swings, and if he's gonna play a Gecko, I wanna be able to have enough life to just take those or tank those, right? But I agree, like having the trigger bodies on board, especially when they're at 1 life, like I think that's a little bit more important.
Yeah, and here's I think we might have done some unfortunate math here. Linlin cost 1 too many to be able to get Moria with Rob
Lucci.
Yeah, Rob Lucci. We need specifically Hina Houndblaze or something like that. With 8-drop Moria, we can get like Helmeppo back and Rob Lucci, but
yes,
we don't get the clear. Yeah.
Remember when I was saying you gotta wait 1 turn? I don't think he remembered that though.
Yes.
Very cool name, Devious. I'll give him that one.
I'll allow it. Yeah.
So it's a little unfortunate. I mean, we do have to tap Don though. Let's make sure we do that, because we can't just have a free Gecko out there.
Because if we had like a Rebecca, yeah, we play it out, and that would help you get the response. I don't know if we're waiting for a judge call, because he might be playing it and then realizing his math is wrong.
Oh, I mean, you put it down, so
yeah, that's true.
You're gonna have to play something. Oh, our Yamato player is actually helping him. I was like, hey, you should probably play like the brand new instead, or the Tashigi. Oh man, that's good sportsmanship.
No, you can't do it like that though, right? Yeah, because it was already on the board, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you had to replace both at the same time. Anyway. Yeah, you can reduce it, but you're not going to get anything out of it. And this brand new is going to be able to look at the top 3. I'm pretty sure you played it, right?
Yeah.
Or is that the one?
There we go. All right, we're good.
Okay. Cool.
Okay,
Very
so
cool.
1 life. Sakazuki still has a pretty wide hand.
Yeah, but if you lay down a Howdy Jones here, I mean, like, come on now. That's at least a 10k swing at you, and then whatever the remaining Dawn is for the leader effect and the active Dawn for Linlin. That's gonna be a lot. I mean, you can probably get out of it though. And being down to 2 with the Gekamori on board is a little scary, I will admit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we're still gonna go for it.
I don't know if the numbers are better. Maybe they are. To put the 2 Dawn underneath the Linlin.
May as well rest down the brand new. Assert dominance. Assert dominance. We know that we can't remove it, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, because we're looking at 10k. We're looking at 9k. We're just gonna go ahead and swing 7 first.
Yeah, we get a 7, 8, 9, I believe are numbers.
Yeah, 810.
810, yes, 810. You're correct.
Yeah. I think I probably prefer 9-6. I guess it doesn't matter. He has such a big hand.
But
Yeah,
alternatively, we could have done what? 8 and then 17. I'd have to be more awake to do the correct math to see if the Hody Jones is. I mean, if you play like a Maru, it's better, but
yeah.
2K, 2K, 1K, we tie it, but we can't get out of it. Yeah.
I mean, we still got there.
Okay, we have for you guys table number 4. We have our last undefeated ace, and no spoilers, but he's playing against Sakazuki, and I don't like those odds.
Yeah. I mean, the issue is that like Ace leans on a lot of cool stuff, such as himself, obviously Ace, Oko Nojo, and a bunch of other stuff that can easily get removed, right? And Sakazuki's game plan is removal and annoyance.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, if we draw well and if we play a lot of cool cards that he doesn't have answers to, which is unlikely, might go well.
It just really depends if we see the stuff that, again, I feel like Ace is just a gamble, but instead of like a gamble to win the game on the spot, it's a gamble to have a chance to play the game, right? And so even if you do get your gambles in the right spot, it's or find the right 5-drop for the 2-drop you have in hand, and it's also the optimal time to play that 5-drop. It's still pretty tough.
Yeah. I think just in general, like if Sakazuki kind of gets what they need, which is, I mean, if we saw the last match,
if big if
we saw a lot of what he got, which was only 3 cards left in deck. It might not spell well, but hey, we have a few things that we can do as Ace. We're gonna go ahead and swing 5 into 5. Probably gonna take this one to Sakazuki. Probably find the counter. Gonna mix it up every so often.
If you're playing Kiko Nojo, you're like, please take this. Please take this. Go down to 3.
Yeah, that's the biggest part, right? But we're gonna go ahead and Sanji's peel off, which is cool.
I've seen a lot of builds run this card. I mean, in a deck that has life manipulation like this one does, being able to put peel off into your life to activate it for, quote unquote free is really tempting.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've actually just liked Sanji's peel off in general.
Sure. We've seen it show up in Sakazuki lists before. We've seen it in it's a generically good blue card if you can afford to play it.
Yeah, and one of the things that I've been playing it in is Dofi. So like obviously Dofi gets a little more support in OBO1 or EBO1, and I think Sanji's peel off is pretty nice because obviously you have Perona, you have all these other stuff that you can draw into it. But I think just as a card to keep up with other decks and where you probably won't have the option to, like you're an ace, it's nice to have a bigger hand, especially if you get into the triggers. But looks like we're just setting up as Sakazuki 5K with brand new first, and it's very possible you might take this one. But it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, and we saw that added to hand off to Shiki was the Navy HQ, but we're deciding not to play it right now, which is fine because we know this deck plays a lot of 5 costs. So Navy HQ plus leader effect lets you get a 5 cost down to a 2 cost the turn you play it. So just kind of waiting for that advantage.
Yeah, some people do forget about that. The stage version of Sakazuki, it's pretty nifty in a way of giving you a little bit more versatility where you already had some. And just gotta be careful. You gotta be, you don't have to worry about this Monkey D Garb. That's gonna be gone in no time, I'm sure, without using those type of effects. And looking at the top 5 for Ace's effect now. And
all right, putting a Luffy there. So yeah, if we have a Luffy, it's good. And he's fantastic if we've already kind of set him up on board. Just because if we ever like whiff, quote unquote, with the copy of Ace, it just means that we get to at least get a card draw for our troubles. Yeah, we're gonna go into the 2-drop Ace or Luffy, sorry. Give the 2K to the Ace, and now we've got a large 9K at the Sakazuki, which I'm gonna guess they're gonna take.
Yeah. And that's kind of what you want to do anyway. Just make sure that they're taking this live, go down to 3. Kikunojo is gonna be live, and it's gonna be a little easier to ping up this life later. But kind of a, I want to say slow start, pretty average start for both of these players, and I think as the game goes on, Sakazuki kind of edges out for sure. This Monkey D. Luffy's cool, being able to take a life and draw one, which I believe it trashes, not take one, right?
Yeah, for Luffy you trash it and then you draw a card. Yeah, based off of off that effect. Yeah. And it's important because like if it was just to draw the card, then the black yellow Luffy wouldn't get to use its effect because of its permanent. So.
Yep. Not only that, it's just like you can use the leader effect from Ace and then use that effect, especially if it's something that you just don't care about.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think we're just gonna see if we can remove this 5-cost Luffy. Gonna be a pretty easy swing from this is exactly what we're gonna use the stage card for.
Mm-hmm.
Probably should swing with the Tishigi, just why not? Swing the Tishigi first. Unless you have a Hellblaze.
Yeah, then being able to boost it up and get rid of the Luffy, yeah, very strong.
Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen here. We're gonna swing 5, maybe 7 with leader, minus the 1 to Luffy. Oh, we're swinging 8. Okay, yeah, we're definitely Hellblazing. No respect on the Monkey D Garp, by the way.
Yeah, and we're 7K leader right now as well, so... Oh, we're Amex. Okay, so nothing but respect.
Never mind. Yeah, no Houndblaze. Gonna save that for a rainy day, I think.
It's like, Rob Lucci's a good card, but what if we made a common?
That's cheaper.
It bottom decks, though. Okay, it doesn't KO, so it's worse, right?
Correct.
has to be the case.
What's Alma's trigger? Let me look.
You activate the main effect, but without the cost reduction, it's generally not fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, 2-cost blocker, that type of thing,
Though, okay, so if we have a 2-drop Ace in hand, we are in a good spot, and if we don't, we dislike everything we're dealing with. But it looks like paying 2. Oh man,
looking pretty good.
Looking pretty good.
This is gonna hurt because now we're at 7K leader with 3 Dawn or 2 Dawn under this. So 7K, another 7K coming at you with 2 life, gives it rush. And we're just gonna go 9-9. That's what it looks like. 9-9 and maybe a red card.
9-10 actually, even worse.
10?
Yeah, because 2 Dawn underneath Ace, leader, plus 2K from the 2-drop, and then 1 extra Dawn.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think they're using the extra Dawn for search.
9 would still be good though, if they do use search. Agreed.
Yeah, I think they're doing 9.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's 10K.
Okay, all right. Well, looking good for our Ace player. A 5/7 is pretty nasty if it stays on board. We have 2 reduction, but nothing is like a 3 or less.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if we have like a Borsalino, then we're a little upset.
A little?
The 7-drop Borsalino.
No, I said a little.
Yeah.
A little.
All right, we have... Oh, I thought there was their hand. It's about the same size. It looks like about 10 cards in hand for Sakazuki. Using the effect, getting rid of Amoria, which means they probably have another one in hand anyways.
Mm-hmm. I mean... can we get back to Amoria?
We can't recycle it, no. Not with Sakazuki, no.
No, it was Sakazuki, okay. I was like, Yeah, it probably does have another in hand. Or maybe multiple. We saw 4 of them last game, so it's very possible.
We've been seeing a lot of 8 drops for sure. And I think the what 8 would have been a great play for 8 down. Maybe we just don't have the trash set up for it. But Rebecca, all right, we're getting rid of this ace then, right?
Very likely. I mean, I always talk about tunnel vision when it comes out of Sakazuki.
Mm-hmm.
When you have so many things that you can use to remove things, and they have 1 card on board.
And you're like, I have to, yeah.
I don't care if I'm at 0, I need to remove it. But yeah, that thing is gone, unfortunately.
And it's another 7k attack, which we're a 7k leader right now, so not terribly difficult too. Yeah, getting rid of a Luffy. And then we're going to be passing from there.
I don't know.
Man, we have so many cards. If we have 7 cost Shanks in hand, nasty.
Now you're talking.
Now we're cooking.
Now we're talking. But probably not.
Probably not. And we're at 9 Dawn, so we could do it. All right, we're going to start off with our leader effect once again. Look at the top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's another Sabo there and we have, or Ace there and we have that effect going on, that's pretty good. That is a Satori, though.
Yep. This is a valid target. There's something to play next turn, or on their turn. No Shanks, unfortunately.
No Shanks. Hiyori. Okay, so...
Oh, okay. We can still play a 2 cost. Little brother.
Yes, we could, yeah, because that kind of fixes it, and now we're not, like, losing the life.
Yep, and this is exactly what's happening. So no Shanks, but this is probably the second best thing. Not an ace. Also not great, but that's fine. We got the alt arts, makes up for it.
Man, Hiyori is such a good card. Like, not, like, specifically in these builds, too, but, like, just very good.
I was today of that day, years old, when I found out that you don't have to take a life, or you don't have to put back a life. When I was playtesting Starter Deck Luffy.
Yeah, you can. I think you can just technically just take it, right? You can just say.
Yeah. You don't. It says up to 1 to place 1, so you can just go down to 0 as Luffy.
This was my first day testing with it. I'm like, oh, Hiyori, I have a face-up card in my life with Black Yellow Luffy. Let me just draw that card and put another one face down so I don't lose. No, it's gone.
Doesn't work that way.
It's gone.
Yeah.
All right, 6 cards in hand for our ace player. Again, another 7k. So that's like the better thing. Oh, there's a 7 cost Borso that we decided not to play.
I think the idea is probably just to get. I mean, there's a lot of ways you can get rid of this 5 cost. Like it becomes easy when you only have 1 or 2 things to think about at Sakazuki. It gets a little harder when it's like super high cost and multiple things. Unfortunately, it's not terrible. It's just we are at 1 life, so I'd imagine we're probably gonna play a Gecko, just so we can get another blocker out.
And this is kind of like the weird scenario that I keep finding Sakazuki is able to successfully get to, is where they will be at 1 life, but I can clear my opponent's board. I'll set up a blocker, and then I just block their leader swing, right? It just makes it very difficult to interact with outside of cards with Rush that Ace does have 1, but not enough to consistently see it.
Yeah. Agreed. I don't know. I mean, like I said, the Ace color combination between yellow and blue is pretty cool. You can play a bunch of stuff. I like playing what's that 1 card? I can never get the name of it. It bottom decks 2 6 costs.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it just came out. I really like that card as a tech card. So it's really hard to find the efficiency on that card, but it's an option, especially when you're looking down at 2 Sabos or something, or a bunch of Rob Lucci's, Porcelain things like that.
Yeah.
But speaking about Rob Lucci, we reduce what we needed to through Hina, got it out. And look, another card for the one I was talking
Hey,
about.
that's one of the brothers. It's a Sabo. Sabo should be on my side, right? On Ace's side.
I don't think
It's
that's.
not how it works.
I don't think it works that way.
I'm surprised they didn't. I mean, we will surely get a leader that will be like, you can play these named cards minus, even if they're color restriction. You know what I mean? Like leaders
You mean
that
ST13.
Yeah, but like, I think they'll or just say like a Luffy that says you can put this, this card can counter or whatever, right? This can go into any deck. If your leader's
like
Ace,
it matches the leader name.
yeah, exactly, or vice versa, where it's like, you can play any copy of Luffy regardless of color restrictions, something like that.
Yeah, that'd be some cool design philosophy, right? Very cool design philosophy. I don't think there's any games that actually do that right now. Well, I could be wrong. Yeah.
Or Dragon Ball kind of gets Dragon Ball Masters kind of has that, and like Digimon kind of has that, even though like Digimon doesn't have like a central card to represent your deck.
Yeah.
But it does kind of exist as is, but
Sure.
nothing that wild.
Mm-hmm. Putting Yamato. Look at that. What do you think about that card?
It's a 2K that costs 5, so it fits into the deck.
Yeah. Sounds about right, actually.
They played Sabo, so you can't even you can't play your 5-cost Sabo to pop any of their cards. Best card for you to get is Luffy, and then you get at least a free card draw because you lose that.
Lose a life anyway.
Yeah, you lose it anyways. Also, you went to 3 life, so you can't play Rush Ace either.
Yeah. A little bit of a misplay. Unless we just didn't have anything, because we use a Sanji. So that can mean a lot.
All right, Hiyori. Okay, so this kind of like heals us, right? That's the
idea behind it.
Yeah.
Not only that, just also whatchamacallit, just being able to plan out these this next trigger, if any.
Yeah. And again, we go just a big old 10 with leader. They block with Sabo and then just pass.
Yep.
This Hiyori can attack in.
Yeah. It sure can, man. It sure can.
And Ace still has a pretty wide hand. I think the optimal version of Yellow Blue Ace, if I can get there, is that we only play like one of the brothers. We have the 2-drop and then like 8-10 copies of the 5-cost. So we just consistently see that one more. And then we're kind of like how it is with Queen, where we're obnoxious with healing. We can get, flip cards face down and heal with leader effect, or we can use it as like a card draw. Just get like a lot of value throughout the game.
Yeah. Totally.
All right. Well, we're going big 5.
Kind of scary, if I to be honest. Oh, never mind.
He shrugged. He's like, "You really went 5, huh? How could you do this?"
Kind of crazy of you. A lot of non to play with at the very bright side. I mean, it's just a Horori on board.
Mm-hmm.
It's 6 cards in hand as Ace, taking the 6, playing the Satori, getting rid of a Sabo. Just really depends on what we are prioritizing here. What else we got? It's possible that we wanted to get a trigger just so we can remove it.
Yeah, that's the issue too. Like, it's not okay, yeah, because they have Moria, yeah, and then they establish a board, and then they can get rid of the both, right?
The both, yes, the both.
The both.
We still have 2 open, which, you know, could mean anything. This is gonna be Houndblade. This could be crazy.
Yep, crazy. Yeah. Well, then we play another Hina, cost 4, and then yeah, cool. Oh wait, but we've left the Hiyori up. Oh, it's on.
Uh-oh.
Are Kikunojo
Really
off life?
unfortunate. Okay. Well, going back to Ace's turn, not very much hope in sight.
I agree.
I said it before, pretty average start for him. And as the game went, and as it stands, Sakazuki just became more and more powerful. 2 Hinas, a Rob Lucci, a Rebecca, Gecko Mori, and still 6 cards in hand. To his not any of that. We do have an ace. That's something.
Yeah. You got me there.
Somewhere. We're getting somewhere.
But then, like, again, we're a 9K Moria. Like, we don't care. Like, oh, you're a 7K leader. That's too bad. Anyways,
Unfortunate.
I mean, we gotta do it, right?
Yes.
Okay, if we have a Maru, though. If we have a Maru for this Rebecca, instant win.
Yes.
And if we don't, then instant loss.
That's more accurate.
Reject can also put some good pressure in there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because we're a 9K leader right now.
Mm-hmm.
Reject gets him down to 0.
Oh, okay, wait. Instant win? Instant win? Wait a minute.
Amaru.
Wait a minute.
Wait, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Uh,
The downfall or the uprise? You tell me.
I wouldn't have done that.
I wouldn't do that either. I'm sorry, man.
How? I mean,
Amaru
1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it's the 7, 7, 9, right? And
Yes.
they have to get out of all 3, or it's like
It's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's 9. No, it's 10. No, it's like 12, 13, I think. No, 12 and 10. You can do 12 and 10. You can do 10 swing and then 12 after. Oh, unlucky.
Yeah. Okay, we just get out of it. Cool.
Yeah, I think we're just
I think the numbers were better if you didn't do that,
good. I think so.
but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
We could be wrong because you do. It's 7K, which you could have done.
Let's see. Okay, let's just do the math. It's 10 with Amaru if you put on the ace, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And then you can attach 4, which means between the two, you're already a 9K leader.
It's
you went
10
2?
plus 13, so you could have done 11 and 12.
Yeah, 11 and 12.
And I don't think you could have. I don't think they could have gone out of 11 and 12
I don't think so either.
because they got it of 7 and 7.
7 and 7 just means 2, 2, 1, 1. So 6
Okay,
game
you know
total.
what? They still would have been able to get out of it. I don't think. I think our Sakazuki player just had the 2Ks.
I mean, so 6 game total would get out of the 11. No, we need one more.
Yeah.
He would get out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, he would have gone out of it anyways. Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, they had 4 2Ks. Yeah.
Unlucky.
All right. Okay, get out of there. You can't. Bad Hiyori. You can't be afford to be around anymore.
No more swings. The swing face. Do we have 5 cards in hand as ace?
We do.
Okay. I mean, it's not terrible, honestly. You can get through that. Just, it's just one piece basics. A little bit of non-math here.
We are a 7K leader though, right? And
Yeah, that's a point. I mean, we definitely need to use one of the dice that we're not using on our leader for. Oh wait, yeah, we are. Thanks the Lord.
all right, so and then if we take this, right? It's 15 to face with leader.
Yeah.
If not 16 if we have another Houndblaze in those 3 cards of ours.
I don't think we're taking this one. I think we're getting out of it.
But then if you get out of it, they get rid of your ace and you don't have a way to win next turn.
I mean, is what it is, man.
Hate to tell you.
What am I say? I mean, he would need another body to play. That's the thing. He would need another ace.
Just make sure you get rid of the Rebecca, right?
Yeah, but how do you do that?
I don't have all the answers, Brian.
Okay, I was just asking.
No. I mean, another Maru would be scary. A Maru ace is like your way, right? If you have another combination
or
of those two.
Sabo, if you have it, look at the top 5. Sabo, play it, that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But if you take the life, you can't use Sabo. So
I
don't know. Everything is pain. Everything is so much harder.
Are we playing a
against
second
Sakazuki.
Moria? Oh boy.
Salt and Wound, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we can't play our boy Gecko Moria, or we can't play Hody Jones and rest these 2. So, cool. We're going to be able to get rid of the ace and establish 2 blockers.
I hate this.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Ugh, what a play.
Yeah, that was really good on him, actually.
It's very good. Yeah.
It's demoralizing to be
I know
honest.
I'm sounding very sarcastic. Like, Nathan is a very good play.
No, it's demoralizing. This is terrible.
But it's demoralizing to as someone who does not play Sakazuki or Moria in this format. Oh, it's every time I get hit by him, like, oh goodness.
Yeah. I mean, okay, sure, you can ace double Amaru, sure.
You're a 7K leader. What are you doing? Oh yeah, no, you got Houndblaze. You just don't have the dice.
Yes.
All right, we'll
No
make
one
fun of
does.
Nathan for not using dice. All right, I'll do that. I'll give him
Make
that.
fun of. Wait, yeah,
Got him.
actually just him.
All right, Hody Jones from left field.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I think. I mean, if Moria, if we didn't have 2 cost removal cards that we could chain in with our Moria in Sakazuki, it wouldn't be that bad. But again, being able to get Houndblaze, something into range of Houndblaze, and use Houndblaze in the same turn as playing a Moria,
Yeah,
rough.
I agree.
I feel you, Ace. What do we do?
Nothing. I think this is a wrap, unfortunately. Like the only possible line is ace double Amaru.
Yeah,
If you
I
don't-
think
if you-
he's conceding right now. Yeah, there's just no
Yeah.
way out, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's just too far gone.
Okie doke. We are here at table number 5, both undefeated. We got Star Deck 10 Law versus our purple Luffy from OPO5. Still in Star Deck 6, Star Deck 13 meta right now, but I think both these are a little peculiar to be 3-0 in a tournament like this.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm curious to hear what their matchups were. I don't think it's any, all the merit to these guys to get to undefeated point with these decks for sure. Probably, I mean, Purple Louie's been out for a while. And so has Law, actually. And I think that kind of means like they're both pretty familiar with their decks and obviously the matchups that they get put in. So that could be what speaks to being undefeated. I would also say that, we were talking a little bit about what the matchup looks like. Law is a little quick, Luffy has to kind of protect their life throughout the early to mid-range times because they want to use their leader effect and ramp and get that stuff out. And Law is kind of the opposite. Like turn 2, they can get a 5k body, turn 1 almost. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what turns out of this one.
Yeah, well, we're doing a quick turn 1 for each player's back and forth real quick. And if you haven't seen Purple Luffy this format, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be too surprised, but let me get the card up real quick. As you said, you do get to take a card from your life, and if you do so, you're able to add a card to your a Dawn. You get to ramp a Dawn, essentially. So being able to be ahead of the curve aggressively is very good. I would say it was one of the top decks in OP05, but unlike Sakazuki, had a bit of a tough time staying in the meta.
Yeah, it just got edged out. You know, there wasn't very many things that said Purple Luffy was broken, right? Because we had two other decks that basically said that, and it's a little unfortunate, but you know, Purple Luffy will always have its place, especially with this Magellan.
Oh, what a
Reducing.
weird card to to see as Law.
Yeah.
You're like, oh,
Yeah, so this makes everything worse. is
that's
what you're saying.
33% of my Dawn
Yeah.
gone.
The Purple Luffy ramp one Dawn. Yeah, I'd imagine that's what he did with his leader effect. Took a life, got the ramp, went to 5, played the Magellan, and now we're looking at 4 Dawn on Law. We can't even use like Beppo or something
No,
to ramp here, but
we can remove this Magellan though without losing the Dawn too, though, which is pretty good. So I'm sure that's going to be happening with that raise max that's already on the board.
There's a lot of 4 costs that we can play. Yeah, Ain is a really good one. Gonna ramp one here, raise max, target the Magellan, and then minus with the leader effect. Send him to the bottom of the deck to no beknownst, to the unbeknownst, and I don't know what we're going to be playing here, but it could be anything. I don't think we have 7 in hand, so I don't think a 4-cost blocker is going to be it. I think Sachi and Penguin's probably going to be a good one. Beppo is going to be a good one. We're actually gonna go
Reiju is also a really good one.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and draw the 2 cards. Someone was asking in chat as far as what was the support that Purple Luffy got. Not very much. Reiju could be one. I don't know if this list plays it, but it is an idea.
You're almost always going to be ahead on Dawn on Purple Luffy, so I don't think Reiju's quite there.
Yeah.
You'd have to be at less Dawn, right?
Yeah, a little bit of pulling strings there.
Law definitely likes that card, though. You can play it for free off our leader effect like we just did. And like we have like an in-archetype drawer for Law, but it says when attacking, which is not great in this meta, so...
I'm sure you're talking about?
The 3-drop Law? That only looks for Heart Pirates, yeah.
Yeah. I've always found that card to be kind of mid anyway.
Yes.
It doesn't feel great to play.
Oh, another Magellan.
Please stop. That's what the Law player is saying, I think.
Yeah, it was a bit of a haha. All right, you lost me a Dawn,
did it.
But now, hey, can you actually
3.
please stop? This is getting a bit obnoxious.
Yeah, even more obnoxious that we're at 3, not even at 4, so we can't even play another Ein, right? Like it's a bit of a toughie.
All right, going down to 2 life. And just continuing these 5k attacks. Assumingly, we're going to do this. We're going to get a 7k attack from our leader, and then another Gordon or Raise Max to get rid of this second Magellan.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Just a simple 5.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thought here is that we're probably going to use the 3 Dawn for something else. And we kind of want to, unless this is another Sashi and Penguin, we could swing with Zoro. Zoro's a good 3 cost here, and then minus, and then get a Sashi and Penguin out. But it's hard to say. Yeah, and that's what it is. So Zoro comes out, 5k to face, another card out of hand. We're probably gonna minus just to play the Sachi and Penguin. Go to 4 next turn. I mean, I would, I've learned as Law, you can't be too crazy with your Dawn usage or like minus effects unless you have the lines for it. So I like just passing sometimes and be like, well, I ramped one and I'm gonna pass, so that way I'm able to use more Dawn later on.
Yeah,
I think
and
that's what's
that makes
happening here.
sense too when they've given you -2 Dawn over these 2 Magellans.
Yeah.
So Luffy can't really clear board that easy this next turn. I mean, if you have maybe like a Poly, I don't think we have the Dawn to play Kaido next turn, which is a little rough. Oh, and we're eating these 2Ks with these 5K attacks, which is really nice. So, yeah, unless we did have Sachi and Penguin, I think passing is probably the correct play.
Yeah.
But we do
Even
have a
then.
good amount of cards in hand. If they have 4 cost or Trafalgar Law, we are discarding 2.
Both decks play it, and or can play it. I should say.
Can't play it. Yeah.
I think the other idea is that like we're gonna stay at 3, and I even thought you're gonna go to 4, just so we can play the 5 cost kid and be able to keep up our Dawn. But these bodies on board too is, I mean, nothing to forget about. We're still gonna get hit by these
Again,
5Ks. Yeah.
You can probably remove like 1 or 2 of them, but I'm fairly confident at least 2 are staying on the board, or 1 is staying on the board.
Oh, surely. Surely. Here's a 7K swing, probably to one of these 5Ks. You can probably let go at least of one of them.
Yeah, but I would probably save.
I am fine with that because we have such a fat hand anyway.
Mm-hmm. And this means we get out of law just in case.
Yeah, I mean the 5Ks just mean 5Ks when you really think about it, because we're not going to be able to use any of our Dawn. I highly doubt we're going to be able to use our Dawn.
Well, there's no way they're playing a 3rd copy of Magellan.
I don't know.
Right, Sachi and Penguin get out. All right, 5 Dawn left for Steven. What are we doing? Eustace Kid, maybe?
Out.
Queen?
Spread them out.
All right, it's Queen.
Yep.
Queen it is.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
All right, getting rid of a Kaido that we won't be able to play next turn unless we ramp. So that's fair.
Yep.
We have 4 5K swings with no Dawn investment as is. I mean, if we have a Raise Max or a copy of Gordon, we can get rid of that Queen. Okay.
Gonna just hard cast the Rage You. We're at 5 already. Gonna draw the 2. We can still raise max.
Yeah, if we end up top decking it, yeah, that's fantastic for us.
Yeah, a little bit better than the 5 cost kid. Almost a little bit better.
Ooh, yeah, we do
Gordon's
get it.
fine. Basically playing 8 copies of it, 7 copies.
Yeah, I think, minimum 6, right? But you want to play.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think it's outrageous to play 8 because it almost always gets value.
I do agree with that. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of the queen. Actually, frees up the board to swing with these 5Ks.
Yeah, and if we have Sachi and Penguin, we'd be tempted to play it. Beppo's fine as well.
Can I get back one of these Doms? It's good.
And then
Longer it's there, the better.
Give me 4 5K attacks, please.
I don't like this.
Yeah, I would not like this as Steven either. And this is like why I think this matchup is rough. I remember the worst matchup for Luffy in my mind was Red Zoro.
Yeah.
Because it was the same. And this can look like a Red Zoro list. Pretty convincingly at times. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of 5Ks, a lot of annoyance, a lot of cards out of hand now. Going down to still a pretty healthy amount.
Oh, we are Gatling out of a 5K. That is rough.
The other 3 cards are Kaidos.
They must be.
I mean,
we knew they discarded a Kaido earlier with Queen as well, but it is regardless.
Didn't help.
Yeah, we're at 8
Queen
Dawn.
didn't help.
I can't see a spot where Purple Luffy gets out of this.
If Law's hand is dead, okay?
Okay.
If Law's hand is dead, you can leader effect 5K, 6K, and then Kaido.
Sure. Okay.
But best case scenario, you probably play queen and pass.
Yeah.
Play queen, swing 7, swing 5, and then go about your life. Here's a 7.
Maybe we have like a Eustace Kid. 6-drop Eustace or 7-drop Eustace Kid is actually a great way to deter.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a terrible card for law, right? Because you don't have enough Dawn usage to kind of get up and out there.
Yeah.
On the 6K or 7K leader. It's a big body that you really can't deal with unless you have a lot of reduction. So yeah, I mean there's some merit there, but it looks like we're gonna go swing 7 again. Swing 7 again.
Yeah, this time, yeah, sure, take it. Why not? No trigger. Sometimes Law plays like something where that matters. Yeah, and just play another queen.
Okay, yeah, that was pretty much what I was talking about earlier, right? Like our hand is pretty much dead. We can swing 7s to these 5Ks, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Like our hand was dead, right? Like our hand, we had a Gatling, and these just draw 2 cards plus the 1 on turn. I don't think it's gonna be enough for us.
Yeah, even if we didn't attach any Dawn, like I would still feel very confident right here as Alvaro.
And that's probably what's gonna happen for these next few attacks. Like we're not gonna use any of the Dawn.
Right, we're gonna start. We get the additional Dawn from Beppo. If we have another Gordon, our copy of Raise Max, we get rid of the queen for free. All right, there's another queen.
Yeah, we probably want to swing 7 though, right? If that's our plan, if we have a Raise Max or Gordon.
Yeah, it looks like that is no longer our plan.
You can still do it. I mean, I think what's happening here is just like either give me a card out of hand or you give me the free block, which a 2K out of 5 doesn't feel good.
No. And next, in EBO 1, you know, leader can play a 7K rush card for free now, right? Like that really helps this deck out a lot.
Which one?
The Killer and Kid.
Oh, Killer and Kid. Yeah. So cool. I just did a video on it, and I don't know. I spent like 10 minutes just talking about how cool the deck was. It wasn't much of a video, I don't think.
Yeah, you were just the camera just happened to be recording while you were just like, oh yo, this is so cool. Oh no, we got a block out of the 7K.
Yeah, I think we just swing 7/7 and we're good. We could if we have a Zora in hand, we could -3 and swing 5 again.
Yeah.
I think you just lose though.
Yeah, just big 9.
Yeah, you can still do that. You can swing 5 and then another 5 is Zoro.
Yeah, and yeah, another Magellan, a Poly,
and Poly.
And if we had like the time to play Poly, if we instead of using Magellan, and had a way to ramp and then Poly next turn, I think the deck had a real good shot because then we could follow up with Kaido and start removing their board. But having to go the Magellan play just means we're behind on ramp and we just couldn't do what we really wanted to do. All right, we do have Alvaro back at it again with the Star Deck 10 Law versus Stephanie on the Aandroidd Newgate, and I think Newgate has a good time in this matchup.
Yeah, I mean the whole premise of Laws playing a bunch of dudes and swinging with them, and Wiper kind of says no to that a lot. And when I say a lot, that means on his face. Right, so because of that, it's really hard for Law to get through. But I mean, it just really depends. I think Law has some tools, just like I was saying before. Specifically the 4-cost Law, and I think that is a huge proponent of this matchup. The more 4-cost Laws that we have and play, the better for sure.
And looks like we're getting set up for this one. Yeah, 4-cost Law is not as like devastating as like Pudding is in blue. That Newgate gets to be a victim of, but it's still I don't know. I'd still just be very happy. It's like you have to put Dawn on your cards. You're usually behind on Dawn, and that's just to even like knock on my door, and I just draw so much more than Law.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, I mentioned it before where I think Law's game plan is just to play a bunch of bodies like you usually do, but just go ahead and don't swing with them. Because there's not very many things that Whitebeard can do to remove them, for one.
Mm-hmm.
And for two, you want to build up a bunch of 6k attackers. And the only way to do that is to be generous with Dawn usage, or at least like make sure you have enough of it, and add that Dawn to swing to 6. But Nami start is not too bad for our Whitebeard play already.
Yeah, nothing too explosive yet, but generally, I mean, Whitebeard doesn't do much. Like sometimes they play Zoro at times, but Nami turn 1 is great. It does get removed for free whenever we need to use our leader effect, but we're gonna start with the big old 8k going into face. It's gonna get there, and unless we really want to get rid of this Nami, yeah, it's probably gonna be a pass.
Yeah, I don't think anything's gonna happen to it. Like I said, I think the best way to go about it is just build up that Dawn, be disciplined a little bit. Maybe play this 5-cost Kid, which is also a 6k swing in a pinch. So, I think it's the right move. Razemax is gonna be interesting because like some of the stuff that Whitebeard wants to play doesn't really need like a -3. Like you can, like for instance, Zoro if they're playing the rush stuff, or 7-cost Ace. It just makes it a little awkward for the power counts.
Yeah.
But 2 5k swings, pretty much what you want to do with Whitebeard. I think what's going to happen here is probably play the 5-cost Kid -3, get rid of the Nami, get the 1 Dawn back, put that 1 Dawn for the 6k swing for leader, and pass.
Yeah, that looks like exactly what they're doing. Kids, I think it's like probably the only 6k that we use in the deck as is. So, all right, playing Sachi and Penguin, which will let us get 2 Dawn back, and then Kid effect getting a 5th Dawn. So we went, Dawn neutral essentially. We built a board, which is nice. Got rid of the Nami. Quite the menace on that one, and yeah, we're set up pretty good actually.
Yeah, this is what you want. So this is exactly what you want. Plus also Kid is gonna be a good, just blocker in general, right? Like being a 6k blocker, and these leader swings is gonna be easier to deal with, and I think we're good. Only 4 cards in hand. We probably have a Reiju somewhere, so maybe we'll see here one time or another. Get some more cards in hand. Going over to Newgate. Gonna have to start swinging 8s here. We did get rid of a Marco, which would have been nice to get rid of this Razemax, to be honest. Because Marco just gets rid of, or gets got by Razemax and Gordon.
Yeah, but you can play Marco and
get rid of it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't. If they have multiple ones, hopefully we can go and just get rid of it now.
We're gonna go with the Luffy instead, though. Which potato on that. We're gonna block 2k out, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very easy to get rid of this Luffy now with our Razemax, but it means that we have to do it at least, right? We have to lose the 3 Dawn to get rid of it.
I think it's fine. I mean, the longer Razemax is out there, the more likely it's gonna get Marcoed. So, I think it's fine to use it. I think what you want to do here, if you have a Reiju, I think Reiju is fine to open with. Unless do we have more Dawn or the same amount of Dawn? I can't tell actually.
I think we're at 7 and because we ended last turn on 5. Yes, we're at 7. Yeah. Luffy was played for. I think we are at the same amount. Yeah, I think you're right.
I think we're at the same. Yeah. We'll see what do we do with our Dawn though? Where are we?
Yeah, they are.
We are lost. We are lost.
We are.
I will have to respectfully request that we use our Dawn in a different way here.
Yeah. Okay. So assumedly, all we've done is attach to Dawn.
Sure. Okay, this is
to
fine.
each, and we -3 the Luffy. Maybe we're not even going to use leader effect. Maybe we're just going to use an attack to get rid of it, so we get to keep our Dawn for later.
Correct. And I think it's just a pump fake, which I like. I like doing this because like even if you protect it, which is doable, go ahead and do that. I'm still going to be able to get rid of it with my leader effect.
No, but they attacked leader on that one because Luffy's at 3k. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well. Okay. I have a 6k, 2 6s with leader, and then instead of one underneath uses K. I think we're playing it around a trigger through life, but
I guess jet pistol, right?
sure. But I think we have to realize that Viper doesn't play any of those. Generally not anyway. I don't think there's very many triggers that we're going to be running into.
I mean, if we're going to lose 3 Dawn anyways before we attach any more, why not, right? Why? Sure. Do the play to get around the 1% chance.
I suppose. Unless we're swinging. Yeah, we're swinging. So this is going to be 8k. Very likely we're going to be able to have him go down to 0 life here.
And if we have a Zoro in hand, we get to just be pretty aggressive with it.
Yeah.
And if we had a Kid and Killer in hand, oh boy.
Wrong game.
We could go 10k this turn after playing it with -3.
Wrong one. Wrong set. Dun dun dun.
All right, we get out of it. And, we're going to play Shiraya. Okay, for 3. And then use the -3, bottom deck the Luffy. Yeah, if we have Reiju right now, Reiju's pretty strong.
Yeah, that's what I would probably want, but Beppo's fine too.
Yeah, Beppo's fine. Yeah, we get the Dawn, and we get the Dawn back there. So, we could have, I guess, swung 1 higher. But it looks like we're just going to use it to play a Gordon for 1 to set up for this, because unless they play like Marco, they don't really have a fantastic way to get rid of this anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And the Shiraya is also like one of the new cards we get for OPO6 for this deck, for this matchup. It just means like you're a free 6k at lead, which is really nice, and a blocker. All right, well, Brian will be right back. But in the meantime, we've got 8 Dawn on Newgate. What else? Brian was always here. Anyways, we have 8 Dawn, 1 life, which will have to go down to 0 life, I think, no matter what.
Yeah. I mean, we're not quite at that 9-drop state yet.
We play Zoro.
Zoro, yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, yeah, I mentioned it before. Zoro's kind of one of the cards you want to play a little earlier into the game, but I guess this is fine.
All right.
Is that 8 swing?
Yeah, 8 into the Kid. We did get rid of it.
And this Shiraya is going to get this nice boost, by the way.
Yeah. We can just block and counter 1. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, such a good card.
Going down to 0 cards in life for Newgate. 1 card left in 1 Dawn open. And yeah, Laws seems to be in a pretty good spot now.
Mm-hmm.
But Newgate has like a dozen card in hand, so maybe, I don't know. We'll see. All right, yeah, depending on how bold we are, I'd probably start with just having Shiraya swing 6. Oh, asking how many cards left in the Dawn area. So they're both at 8 Dawn, meaning that we would be able to draw if we decided to go with the Reiju, but you're going to start with just a 6k swing with the Sachi and Penguin.
Mm-hmm.
Did Law not draw?
I guess not. Or maybe we missed.
No, I think they had 2 in
something?
hand and they Otama down to 1. I'm pretty sure they drew.
Yeah.
All right, another 1K. Okay, 8K. Asking for... Nope, never mind. Okay, yep, 8K. Asking probably for like a guard point.
Got one up, so that's pretty likely. So I have 3 open for a law player. I doubt that we're gonna be swinging with our blocker though.
I mean, we could though, which makes it...
I mean, yeah, I don't think it's a terrible idea.
All right. We get out of it. Okay, minus to the Zoro.
Mm-hmm. And I think we're doing minus the leader, get rid of the Zoro, play another, play our own Zoro maybe. Yeah,
Yeah,
and then we
sure.
swing 8, which is pretty good. Gonna force the guard point out.
We could do... Yeah, 4 cards in hand.
Yeah, but I think we get out of this one, and then we're fine. As Whitebeard, that is.
Yeah. Either guard point... Oh, no! No events. Uh-oh.
That's tough.
That is very tough. Okay, yeah, swing this Shiraya, yeah, why not? Put him down to 1 card in hand.
I mean, they're at 2. Worst they can do is swing, right? They would
Have to top deck an answer and get there. I mean, it's not improbable for something like Whitebeard to find a way, but
right.
I would feel moderately confident in that spot to just attack with Shiraya.
Mm-hmm.
We're all but guaranteed 7 rounds today.
Yeah.
With 7 undefeateds going into this round.
It's we're around 5 right now, right?
Yes.
2 more after this.
Yeah. If the pair down loses this round and next round, then we're 6 rounds. All right, so we did end up getting the 9-drop Newgate. We're attacking into the Beppo, which makes sense. Both 2 cards in hand. We just need to have... I mean, Shiraya gets to 8K by itself. And then 2 more 3K or 8K swings. I think Law just has it on board.
Yeah. I don't think there's really much to think about. Only 2 cards in hand. Even if a guard point or whatever is there, all we have to do is get to 8 3 times, right? So,
well, yeah, and Shiraya does it for free.
it's on both turns.
Oh yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah, it's very good. Oh,
Okay.
Sure. I mean, we
can do that too.
Yeah, we didn't have to, but
We see a radical there, but that's not gonna say much. It's not gonna do much.
yeah. No matter what happened, yeah, we just go like that.
Yeah. Unfortunate for a Whitebeard player, but that's all right.
All right. We've got table number 9. Both these players are X1. The undefeateds are Sakazuki's and our red purple Law that we saw the last couple rounds. So since we know for sure that we'll be going to 7 rounds today, we just decided to switch it up just a little bit. So we're on this one. So I'm just getting these names real quick. I'm gonna look what we have. I believe we have David at the top here playing the Sakazuki. And then on the bottom, we have the only leader from Star Deck 10 we haven't really seen today. It is the red and yellow Sabo, which traditionally I'd say this is one of our better matches for Sabo. If you don't know what it does, let me bring it up real quick for you guys. So it lets you heal off cards off your board, which is really cool. It's pretty unique, but also lets you just be really aggressive with some of your cards with Rush as well. Notably, like the 5 cost Ace as well.
Talking about Sabo.
Talking about Sabo.
Sabo's pretty cool, man. He's my favorite out of the 3.
I would tend to say the same. I think that he has like some real, obnoxious like combo potential. Kiko Nojo, being able to cycle that back into your life for free every turn is really silly, and especially against anything that's not Sakazuki.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think I don't know. I just like finding the combos for it, and being obnoxious to our opponent. Plus, you can be aggressive. You have access to that the red color, so why not?
Yeah, and both these players are X1 right now. So again, finals are not finals, but table 1 is the Star Deck 10 Law that we've seen the last couple rounds for Sakazuki, and then the other table is Sakazuki. So our finals is either a Sakazuki mirror match or another Sakazuki Star Deck 10 Law. So I feel like we're going to see all those matches anyways. So I wanted to see this one.
Oh, definitely. Sure, why not? This is also interesting because I haven't really seen. Well, I've seen this matchup kind of, but I think Sakazuki in general just sort of just knows what to do or has the answers for pretty much everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And with a new deck like this, I do want to see how it navigates. But I mean, going down to 2, have the Zoro here.
Mm-hmm.
If you hit me, I'm just gonna swing with it again.
Yeah, and that's kind of like the
funny.
silly thing about this match is like Sakazuki has all this removal cards, but any card you would want to remove, they're just gonna put into their life, and then there's rarely a good chance to actually use removal cards.
Yeah, it's like Among Us.
Why?
Like an escape hatch.
Okay.
You venting. You pop through the vents. You can't get them.
You're right.
You get me?
I just lost all of my momentum and just
anyone
joy.
in the chat. Anyone in the chat want to agree with me?
I would gift subs to anyone who does not.
Okay.
I would monetarily make sure that no one does.
Let's not be rash. Risa called me sus. That's crazy.
Oh,
whatever.
boy.
I haven't played Among Us in years. Listen, we took the took the line. And we had the Zoro that we just talked about. We're gonna be using it to okay. All right, chat, relax.
I don't know if nah.
Relax.
I'm so proud of my chat right now. I've cultivated quite the community.
Only because you didn't support me on this. Only because you didn't support me on this, because that's why they're acting this way. Just know that I can put you guys in emote only. Know that I have that power.
Yeah.
Listen. The life is like a okay. Going back to Sabo's turn. How much down do we have actually?
Looks like we have
7?
5, or going to 7 with this. So we put Zoro back into our hand. They played Sabo themselves on the other side, so we can't KO anything. Not that we usually would. We can have Garp swinging at that Tashigi real quick, and we're going. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna play. Yeah, big boy Ace boy.
Yeah.
So this is a rush card, 7K, very good.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty interesting combos you can do with it. I think he swings through the Kubzan. Maybe. Can't, or what off, and being able to play the combo, being able to stick it into life, boost up our Mucky D Garp, and then play the 2 and play it again. But I think this is probably fine. We still get the boost and be able to swing to the Tashigi, and swing 7 to Kuzan, probably.
And block 2K.
2K.
Yeah, very fair. And
Yes,
we're gonna go
We're
back.
pretty much where we were in the last turn, right? Like it's kind of the same thing, just a bigger body,
Yeah, but we are at 3 life and they're at 1.
which is nice. But they still have a Sabo. They still have a Kuzan. Pretty annoying things. Pretty fat hand though.
All this
Love
deck
that.
needs is like it's a 1-drop Zoro that says play a 3-drop Zoro and give your leader plus 1k. Done.
Mm-hmm.
Done.
I can see that. I can definitely see that. Look how quiet your chat is when I'm not talking about Among Us. Okay. all right. I'm done. I'm done.
Can I put you on a mode only?
Done. just have a picture of me at the corner.
Yeah.
And I'll just do emotes. Just go
Mhm.
like you guys can't because
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
you
just like the just a virtual commentator streamer, just two different like mouth open, mouth closed, like this.
Fog face VTuber. It's pretty pretty interesting. We got 2 Kuzans now. Don't really need 2 of them, but we'll
No, we don't even need 1, honestly. But
honestly don't. But I mean, these are our attackers. Pretty much says no to anything that they play. Mario also says no. Just trying to build up this board for sure.
we also have no blockers, which is quite terrifying. Oh yeah, okay, yep. Trashing 2, yep, brand new. Action confirmed. And leaving us at 3, so that means that the ace in life doesn't come out, and if we have another one in hand, we don't get to play it. But I think we both know there's a Zoro in there, right?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, because the interesting part is that like even if you don't swing into Sabo, he still is able to gain life over and over again.
Oh yeah. Oh, if we have 2-drop though, game over.
Yeah, 2-drop would be sick.
2-drop would be very good for us. That's just 5-cost Luffy. That's still very good.
Yeah, I mean you can still do the same thing with this, right? Like we can still do place the Luffy in the top of the life, play the 2-cost Luffy, and then boost our leader, play it again, that sort of thing.
Yeah, but Zoro actually makes this cheaper because you pay 5 for him to be a 7k. Luffy, you have to play 6 for him, so to be a 7k. So I probably would have used the Zoro.
When you say Zoro, do you mean Ace?
No, the 3-drop Zoro that we added back to life and then added to hand.
Oh, the first time, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Sure.
Oh, but if we have
Yeah,
another 2-drop Luffy though.
That literally what I just said.
But they seem to be
Hesitant.
Yeah.
This is fine too, honestly. Yeah, because we're gonna be matching the Sabo, which is really good. Yeah, I think this is perfectly fine.
All right. Well, 10 Dawn, no cars on board, but Sabo's not worried.
No, I guess not. I mean, we have a fat hand. We got 2 rush cards in our life. 2 very good ones. We bring him down to 0. That Luffy is just going to be lethal at any time. Yeah, and even if we defend here, or if they just don't do enough damage, we're still Sabo.
Mm-hmm.
We're still being able to recover life over and over again. So it's gonna be great. I think we're just in a good spot, and very much showcasing what Sabo is capable of, at the very least, like the cool stuff of it.
Yeah, just like it's super cool to be like, yeah, my leader just puts this card into my life for almost no cost.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we're getting out of these 5s.
Yeah, pretty simple, and probably a good plan to do so. You're gonna take the 9, which is fine. Sakazuki doesn't have anything on board, so in turn, Sakazuki players just don't know what to do. I think it's a call back to our tunnel vision reference.
Yeah, it's just like, wait,
What do I
if
do?
I can't remove, what is my purpose?
You pass.
Oh my god.
I think I think no, I think Sakazuki has access to a lot of big bodies, right? I mean, you can play Gecko Lori over and over again. Eventually, Sabo's not gonna be able to answer them. It's just the biggest issue right now is just you're at 1 life, right? With so many rush cards, it's just super hard to get around that. This is a 6K swing or 7K. That's 7K. Okay, so 7 and 9. All right. Well, Sabo, this is gonna be great. The only Sabo that they can't play.
All right. So what's our play now then? I mean, we can just still play Luffy, just be big, unblockable, put back into our life, and hope. If we have any of the either 2-drop boy, I think we play those. Those help us out quite a bit. But
yeah. What do you think about the 1-cost Nami in Sabo?
The build that I was playing last ran it.
Yeah. Okay. You want to follow up on that, or?
Sorry, I'm trying to see what's going on. So we played Zoro for 3.
Yes, and I think he's trying to play another thing. So the stream cuts it off, but he has a secondary camera at the bottom right there.
Yeah.
You can see his hand and all that. But because his hand... Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. You can see at the bottom left there. So we're doing the thing where Kikunojo comes out. You have to pay 4 for it. Pay 1 more to make it a 7. Sabo's effect. And then boost up the Zoro that has Rush. And you're pretty much guaranteed a body that comes out after they swing at you. And a stronger swinger, I guess.
It's a little scary, though. I don't know if we survive this.
As Sabo?
As,
Sakazuki.
Yeah, Sakazuki, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they do. I don't see why not.
No, sorry, Sabo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Double 7Ks. We can block 2K, and then we're still just a 5K leader. We haven't... I'm guessing that we haven't seen any of our 2-cost boys, and that's really starting to affect us now.
Well, I mean, unless you play the event cards in this wall... I mean, that was one of the things I ran into when I was building this. Unless you play the event cards or GARP, it's super difficult.
Yeah,
because like you just have to draw into it, and like raw drawing doesn't feel good. I think really the only deck that can do it is Sakazuki, technically, right? Like you can you draw an extra card every turn, but unfortunately not every deck has the luxury of that. So I think here the Zoro is gonna get removed or attacked into. It does have the power boost until end of turn, right?
Yeah, Sabo keeps it around until end of turn, so it is a 7K right now.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's that. I mean, it's just really the matter of fact of if we're going to be able to get through these next 3 swings.
All right, 5. Sure.
Really gonna play it? I mean, I don't think I really agree with that because you're just gonna run to a Houndblaze.
Yeah. So you don't want them to get like. That's gonna, I think, happen at any point now. We know that 1 card in hand is Ace and 1 is Luffy, so.
Yeah. We did get rid of the Sabo technically from our last swing. So that's an upside. If we could get him down to 0. Brand new is our last attack, which is pretty good. Unfortunately, we didn't get a trigger, though. Also unfortunate that we're just losing everything.
Yeah.
Super unfortunate, actually. I mean, there's a world...
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
There's a world, yeah. If we have, again, either 2-drop. If we obtain either one of them, we can develop 3 pretty big swings on this next turn.
Yeah. That's the beauty of Sabo. Like, it's very, very much hidden attacks. A little bit of sequencing here and there, but that's fine. It's really about how you draw and what you're saving it for. But our Sakazuki player has a lot of cards that we can play, and one of those is going to be another A drop. So we're going to be playing the Rebecca, grab a 2K, or Tashigi. Oh, okay, we're completing Gecko effect. So we're going to grab something with the Rebecca after we look at the top 5 here. Another 2K. And then probably a 2K from Rebecca. That's just insane how much value we get here.
Yeah, just we have a blocker, and now we can get out of a 8K attack now.
Guaranteed.
And then, yeah, playing the Hina because it's not doing anything in hand anyways.
Yep. This is the same amount of value. I mean, if we're at 0 life, this will be so much easier.
Yes.
But I just, you know.
We have, they have one more than that.
Mm-hmm. I think if we do have one of the 2 costs, it's going to make this a lot easier for sure. If we don't, you know, we have a Zoro maybe. That might be a little bit, that might be fine. I think, like, oh, this has to be 7. You know he has 2 2Ks, like, guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
So this has to be 7.
Yeah, and if you're doing this too, it means that you don't have a 2-drop still, which is upsetting because you'd want to wait for the 2-drop to boost it before you
Correct.
did the swing. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, there's one of the 2Ks.
Mm-hmm. There's a Zoro. This is what I was talking about before. Like, this is the alternative. Obviously, we had this from before. We're tapping 4 for Sanji.
Okay. Sure. That's cute.
Okay.
I don't know if it's gonna do what you want. So what happened is that we played the Sanji, put 2 down underneath it to make it a 7K, and then after that, we're using the effect of a leader to put it back into life, which gives 2 to the Zoro. So it's a 6K swing, 7K swing, but we know 5 cards in hand. One of them is Ace, one of them is Luffy. And again, like if Sabo found one of the 2-drops, one of the 2-drop boards, I think they had this game. But without seeing either of them, it's very tricky.
Yeah, bit of a bummer, man. Bit of a bummer. Also, thank you, Tam. I know you don't shout him out, but Tam, near and dear to my heart. Hope you're ready for this weekend. I'm glad you missed the Among Us talk. I think I don't think there's really too much you got to think about as Sakazuki. You got 2 big swings here. You just go for it.
Yeah, because we get this
we're gonna
one.
get rid of one of the rush cards that don't have any counter power.
You discard the Ace, so you know that you're gonna find an Ace 2-drop immediately after this.
Yep, and this basically says like, okay, never mind. I was gonna say like if it's not Houndblaze, because Houndblaze. Here's the thing. With like Gecko, you have to swing in order to remove something most of the time because of Absalom, right? But with Sakazuki, you don't have to do anything. You just Houndblaze and you get so much value into swinging afterwards. And that hand does not look great.
Oh, there's a 2-drop bottom card of our life.
Yeah,
just sneak in there, man. That's so unfortunate.
That's rough.
Okay, we have for us Alvaro back at it with Star Deck 10 Law versus Zachariah on the Sakazuki. Again, Alvaro was in the semifinals last round, beat Sakazuki to get here, and I would be surprised if Zachariah has faced any other Star Deck 10 Laws this tournament.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, there's only what 2 or 3 of them, or am I wrong?
Yeah, there's not a lot. Let me see. I have it right here. We had into this event. We had quite a bit. We had 9.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm probably talking. You might have played one before.
Yeah. Pretty likely. Kind of likely. we did see a few of them, or at least 2 of them. I don't even think it was this law. Oh yeah, it was this law, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
We saw this one and then the other. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it just depends on how they draw. they got a few different tools. Reiju being a major one. It only gets better in the next two sets. But for now, finals and a very high octane match. Am I right?
Essentially, so one of them runs out of resources, right?
Yes. Which, on average, Sakazuki just continues to get more and more resources every turn. So I don't know.
Yeah, seems like it.
Yeah. What's your money on? What's your channel points on?
It'd be cool to see not Sakazuki win.
Okay, that's fair enough.
I'm a believer, but actually, you know what? If I was being my half glass self, I'd probably be like, I want Sakazuki to win. So either I'm right or I get what I want, right?
Wow. That's only a little selfish.
Yeah.
Well, I'm cool with that. We're opening Tashigi with Sakazuki. Probably going to swing 7 after this. Actually, Great Eruption just to draw a card. Which is interesting. We already burned through 2 of them. Great Eruption pretty much puts a lot of the 4 costs that Law plays into range for Sakazuki. So I'm a little confused on that one. But hey, I mean, I'm sure these guys play this matchup and vice versa.
Yeah. All right. So for Dong, I mean, both of these are also kind of like removal decks too, right? So you, it comes at a cost, right? For Sakazuki, it's usually cards in hand. For Law, it's just like Dawn, right? That's the main difference between the two.
Speaking of cards in hand.
Oh,
There's the Law. There you go. I was seeing if that was going to be the case. I mean, that's the trap that you can't fall into, right? The menace or the seemingly innocent 5K swing, and then ask how many cards do you have in hand? Is always suspect.
Yeah, and I mean, ST10 Law is the 4-drop that we just played. It's very similar to like Pudding, right? Like if it's knowledge that this deck is common, it's easy to play around, right? It's generally easy to do so, but if you don't think your opponent's running it, or if it's not as in rotation as much, you can get some good hits. But and we got Hina and Borsalino out of your hand, which Hina you didn't want in hand anyways, and Borsalino maybe a bit of a rough spot, but it was going to be expensive for what it was anyways.
Yeah, pretty expensive just to get rid of the majority of the things that Law can play.
Oh, sorry. It was it Double Eruption and they just reorganized it? It might have been Double Eruption.
Oh, that's possible.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it could be any of those 4 cards. Let's put it that way. But yeah, I would say either way. Like, I think Law's cool. You know, I hyped it up when it first came out, and I still think it's a pretty decent card. I would probably block with it now, though.
Okay, another Great Eruption. Okay, we've seen 3 Great Eruptions by turn 3.
Maybe that's why they played it so early. All right.
Discarding the Helmeppo for lead effect. And
we
then,
have
Rob Lucci.
Yeah, Rob Lucci. I'm just gonna return all the Great Eruptions back.
Yeah, we'll see you again in 40 cards.
That's not too bad. Just use the leader effect 20 times.
We'll get there.
I'm including turn.
Yeah.
Go to 5. Perfect for a 5 cost kid, which is exactly what we're going to be playing. We can get rid of the Tashigi, I guess.
Yeah, this 5-drop kid feels a little bit better now that we've seen 3 Great Eruptions come and go. The 4th one.
I mean, if we have another Borsalino in hand, we just leader swing, leader effect, and then bottom deck it. But I mean, that's a lot anyway. So I'm gonna go down to 2 from the 6K swing. with a good amount of cards in hand, thanks to Reiju.
Yep, we are down to exactly 5, and then we got to 7, so very helpful there.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Honestly, yeah, the biggest thing in most matchups is that red, purple out just kind of ran out of cards in hand. Just because you were usually playing 2 cards every turn, if not more, if you're trying to do like a raise max or a Gordon into something else. But it's just been just really great unintended support for the deck.
Yeah, maybe intended. I mean, hey, it's all about that minusing and as well as the 4 cost. So I don't know, some way, somehow. But the free block is nice. Rebecca is gonna grab the Hina, I guess. Make sure to indicate with dice. Thank you. I gotta bring this one from 4 to 1. I'm guessing. Or maybe we're gonna do the Reiju, and then another Great Eruption. Oh, Hellblaze, never mind.
Yeah.
Hellblaze on top of Rob Lucci. We're gonna probably swing into the kid.
Yeah, because that can present a double clear. Yeah, because with Houndblaze, so we're swinging, I think at 10 at the 6.
Mm-hmm.
The good thing though is if we get out of this, then there's no way it gets got. So it looks like we are going to do that. Yeah, 2K, 1K, and we see another turn with this useless kid.
Good. Probably worth it, to be honest.
All right. Yeah, back to 5. I mean, it does help you on your Dawn plays most of the time as well. With 5, if we find a copy, I don't know. Rebecca, worst case, Rebecca just gets popped for free, right?
Yeah.
All right, Reiju draws 2 more. Yep, raise max. I'm gonna use 1 on the Rob Lucci. -3, which is only going to be a -2 technically to get rid of the Lucci. And don't forget to get the 1 back from Kid. Oh yeah, sorry, we got to finish our resolve. Yep. So we're going to play Sachi and Penguin, which is going to get us 2, and then 1 from the Kid to get us the 5th one. So we lost no Dawn this turn, drew 2 cards, and established 2 bodies. That's it's not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, both decks can be pretty efficient in playing bodies and removing. I think it's interesting that they both kind of do it, but in totally different colors.
Yeah.
Right. Interesting. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I think this is better. And then I'd be really considering, 6K with the useless kid. Yeah, get a 2K out of hand. Sounds good. All right. So we are going to, I think, about 8 Dawn for Sakazuki.
Okay. Yeah, I might want to move that just a little bit. Only 4 cards in hand for Law. So it makes it a little bit easier for our Sakazuki player to do a little bit of math. But, I mean, 3 lives is still pretty healthy. Still got plenty of cards on board as well. If you have another Houndblaze, maybe an Ice Age somewhere here and there, we can do some work.
Yeah, just doing this there. Yeah, about 6 cards a hand a piece. 3 life for our Law, and 2 life for Sakazuki.
Okay.
All right, -1 cost there. Going 6k. Do you think it's going lead or into the blocker?
Probably the blocker.
Yeah, it looks like it is.
Hopefully
Yeah,
the
so we're
blocker.
gonna 1k out. Yeah, my
Basically
apologies.
says it just says go ahead and use that Dawn to remove it, please.
Yeah, and gladly we'll take another card in hand, and yeah, Moria there. So, probably.
Helmeppo.
Oh no,
Oh,
Kuzan.
okay.
Kuzan and I guess Helmeppo, yeah, because we don't have a brand new are a Tashigi, it seems. Yeah, so just a single card drop, but no hard removal. That's actually quite good.
For Law, yeah.
Yeah.
Only a few cards in hand for our Sakazuki player, right?
Yeah. This could be a pretty stressful term for them, with going to 7 Dawn, I believe.
Yeah, okay, 5 cards. That's still pretty good. I think we clear out this Helmeppo and Hina.
I don't know. If I've got a 3-drop Zoro, I'm probably trying to pressure for game with only 5 cards in hand.
Sure. I don't know. Those 5 can be anything. Could be bricks or it could be really good. That's the issue.
Sure. Looks like we're going to start with a 5-2. I'm going to guess leader.
Yeah. Bit of a pulse check.
Yep. Do you have 1Ks? Do you have 2Ks? What do you got? Oh, 2K.
Oh,
all right. Yeah.
2Ks.
Immediately the correct play. Yeah, another 5. Yeah, you gave me 1 2K. Give me another one. Thank you.
Oh, interesting.
Very tasty. Can I have a third 2K?
What's going to be even more annoying is that if we do have a Zoro, it's just going to be another 2K.
Mm-hmm. A 1K. All right. We finally got the 1K.
Where'd you find the 1K?
Yeah, I always start with the 1K. There's no way I feel like I was going to survive this turn to play Rebecca like that.
Sure. This is
okay.
the one that gains... I forget the name of this.
Yeah, I forgot the name as well, but we're both in the same agreeance that we get some free removal here. So let me... It's this,
I just had it. Hold on.
Yeah, Hito Kiri. Yeah, get rid of a cost 2 or less when you lose Dawn.
Gotcha.
So, which then means that we get to lose the Helmeppo.
Mm-hmm.
And we have 7K on
Hina.
the Zoro. Yeah, on Hina.
This was a good turn for Law.
Yeah, this is very good. And then we can do 7 with Kid. And we know we're not losing next turn because we're at 2 life.
Correct.
And then
that was the right play.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I'll talk about. Like, it really just depends on how they draw and what they, how aggressive they get. This is, I mean, it was a slow burn, but it was definitely aggressive, right? We have a bunch of 5K attacks that ended up just decimating their hand and punishing them for holding these 2Ks. Yeah, I think this is really good for us.
Yeah, I think Alvaro's approaching the finish line, but he's not there yet. He's not there for free.
No, of course not.
But 3 cards in hand for Sakazuki, I believe, maybe 4. We just cycled an Ice Age. We could probably get rid of up to like 4 bodies on this board, I think. Relatively easy, but two attacks can fold us, right?
Yeah.
So what could we do? I mean, Moria... We could...
As Sakazuki?
Yeah, I mean, we could do... Like, if we have Ama, Amma and Rebecca, right? We could Moria, play Rebecca, get a brand new -3, or even do like a double. No, because we can just use leader swing to reduce the Zoro.
I don't know. I think there's just too many cards to kind of focus on it. I mean, there's a possibility to reduce it, but you're at 1 life with only a few cards in hand. So, like, best you can do is have your leader in Gecko swing at these 5Ks. We can, let's see, Helmeppo, greater option if we have it, which is unlikely. We don't bottom right.
Okay, yeah. This is what I was thinking of if we had it. So 8-drop Moria. We'll get Rebecca.
Yeah, you can get a Hina from that, or play Hina in general.
And then play Helmeppo again, which will get the reduction on. I guess one of the 4-drops. Yeah, sure, that one.
Just pick any of them.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter.
And then Hina, get the reduction on the Use's Kid.
This is where dice actually come in. Thankfully. Have some.
Wait, did we use double minus on there?
Oh, well, it's Helmeppo and Hina. And then...
Well, Hina should have been on the Use's Kid, though, right? Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter, because we have Helmblaze and not Alma.
Correct.
Alma, so that's fine.
Alright, well, I mean, that's a lot. But still only 1 blocker that his leader is guaranteed to be able to remove.
Yeah, and so that was 8K. So we're double 2K. Okay, yeah, this is probably a wrap.
Yeah, I think this is it.
Because we can -3 to get rid of the Rebecca for free, right?
Correct. And the rest of our Dawn is still perfectly fine to use in order to swing into their hand. Because we just have to swing... What, I mean, technically you just swing 5-5-7. We should be fine.
Yeah, 5-5-7-7, yeah.
Yeah. We're just like ignoring the Rebecca. It doesn't exist. Honestly, probably the same way, right? Like this is the same result. Because you're already using the 3 Dawn.
Yeah.
You just have less of it.
And then 6 and 7, right? Or just big 8.
8. If you drew into a Zoro, you can minus. Doesn't matter.
We drew.
Oh, you drew into a Zoro.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, that's probably why you did it.
Let's see.
All right.
Yeah, Alvaro takes it, and it's gonna be our winner tonight.
Damn it. Damn it.